Hello and welcome to Patch Notes, your weekly update on the gaming news you need to know about. My name is Cesar Torres. I'm your host, and let's jump into your weekly patch notes. PlayStation streamed a new state of play on Thursday, February 25th, that included titles from both PlayStation 4 and 5. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, for the PS5 started off the event. Showing off its 4K and 60 FPS gameplay and faster loading times, Crash 4 is set to release on March 12th. The fast-paced narrative game of Returnal comes out on April 13th. Knockout City, a dodgeball team-based multiplayer game, will feature crossplay and will release May 21st, and there's a beta out now. Slated for 2021, Sifu is a new martial arts combat game for the PlayStations 4 and 5. Solar Ash, a third-person action platformer, will be coming to the PS4 and 5 later this year. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach showed its first gameplay trailer and will go on sale for the PlayStation 5 this year. Oddworld Soulstorm will release for the PS4, PS5, and PC on April 6th, and man, that game has been a long time coming. Launching on August 24th, Kena Bridge of Spirits is an action-adventure game coming to both PlayStations and the Epic Games Store. And man, can I say that game looks good! Bethesda's newest title, Deathloop, is set to release May 21st as a limited-time PS5 console exclusive. And ending out the state of play, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade was announced and will come out June 10th as an upgraded and expanded version of last year's release. The Pokemon Company held a special 25th anniversary Pokemon Presents on Friday, February 26th. The stream opened with a nostalgia trip highlighting Pokemon products from the beginning of the franchise in 1996 through to 2021. We were given another look at the new Pokemon Snap before its release on April 30th. Additional announcements were made for the special anniversary events, which are currently ongoing in Sword and Shield, Masters X, Cafe Mix, and Pokemon Go. Diamond and Pearl remakes for Nintendo Switch were revealed, showing them to be faithful to the originals with their top-down design and gameplay mechanics. They will launch under the titles Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and are slated for late 2021. Finally, a new game was announced. To close out the livestream, Pokemon Legends Arceus is a single-player action RPG which looks to combine an open-world environment based on the Sinnoh region of old with a new immersive gameplay angle. Pokemon Legends Arceus is expected to release early 2022. For all your Pokemon news and needs, you can check out the Poke Ramble podcast, which streams live every week at twitch.tv/KamilH, and you can find it later on YouTube and podcast services such as Spotify. Earlier this week, it came out that over at Techland, the developers of Dying Light 2 have created a very toxic and inappropriate workplace. There have been incidents where management have made many inappropriate comments, such as calling an artist's work
pedalski,
which translates to
too like.
And on a separate occasion, when talking about modern Dark Ages, one of the leads said,
"At least they knew how to deal with women back then."
When asked about these incidents, CEO Pavel Marhevka said to thegamer.com, "We have lively discussion with each other, clashing different ideas and opinions. Therefore, I can imagine that in a tightly knit team, such words could have been said." Then, adding that Techland does not support these views. Quote, "We expect all our employees to set a good example and treat each other the way they would expect to be treated themselves," as well as saying that they are going to provide training sessions so that, quote, "all our employees know that we do not discriminate against anyone based on gender, color, or sexual orientation." As for the higher up that made the Dark Ages comments, they were sent to Human Resources, but according to anonymous sources to thegamer.com, it's not clear if the culprit was reprimanded in any meaningful way. And apparently, at least 20 staff have left Techland in the last 2 months. Part of the issue stems from the fact that leadership won't listen to criticism or suggestions and will sometimes steal ideas from other games. Quote, "Whenever an expert starts advising things that are not aligned with the board's agenda, they slowly get isolated from project and responsibilities," a source told thegamer.com. That leads to them leaving or eventually getting fired. To make a career at Techland, you have to be subservient. According to a source at IGN, they have no idea what the final game will be or what the story is. It's changed so much, people kept quitting and getting fired. If you're interested in learning more about the situation, I suggest reading thegamer.com's article. A link is in the description. But of course, our hearts go out to everybody that's lost their job over at Techland. We wish you nothing but the best in the near future. Sony's going to continue supporting PlayStation VR with its next generation of PlayStation VR, no official name yet, but I'm a big fan of PSVR 2 Electric Boogaloo, and it is going to be available for PlayStation 5 and has made some changes, according to Senior Vice President Hideki Nishino. Enhances everything from resolution and field of view to tracking and input. It will connect to the PS5 with a single cord. No release date on that yet, but for sure it won't come out this year. In other PlayStation news, subscribers of PS Plus can expect more new games coming to the program. President of Sony Interactive, Jim Ryan, said, "We see this as a very interesting and innovative way to push games and make games available to our subscribers." So there you go. We can expect more PlayStation games coming to PS Plus, more new PlayStation games, because this is obviously following the trend from Bugsnax and Destruction All Stars having just released coming to PlayStation Plus. And we can expect to see more of that. Except we won't see it from Sony's oldest studio, Japan Studios, because according to reports, the studio has let go of a vast majority of their staff ahead of the renewal of their annual contract on April 1st. Apparently, according to anonymous sources familiar with Japan Studio, the studio has not been profitable and has had disagreements with Sony. Japan Studios wanted to make games targeted to the Japanese market, meanwhile PlayStation wanted them to make games towards the international market. This is all just speculation and we'll keep an eye on it for sure, but our hearts go out to everybody that lost their jobs over at Japan Studio. We wish you nothing but the best in the near future. Illinois State Representative Marcus C. Evans Jr. wants to ban the selling of violent video games such as GTA 5 in the state of Illinois because he believes the recent uptick in carjacking in Chicago is somehow related to violent video games. He said in a quote, "Violent video games are getting into the minds of our young people and perpetuating the normalcy of carjacking. Carjacking is not normal and carjacking must stop." It doesn't seem that Evans has any evidence to back his claim, but the ESA did provide this statement to Video Games Chronicle saying, quote, "There simply is no evidence of a link between interactive entertainment and real-world violence," and adding, "We believe the solution to this complex problem resides in examining thoroughly the actual factors that drive such behaviors rather than erroneously ascribing blame to video games based solely upon speculation." After its field launch in 2019, the development team of Anthem planned to revamp the game with a reboot called Anthem Next. However, those plans were scrapped. Executive producer Christian Daly cited the COVID pandemic as a reason those plans were cancelled, because they altered productivity at the studio. They had previously cancelled their seasonal updates in favor of a longer overhaul, such as trying to reinvent the core gameplay loop, but clearly that isn't possible right now. They did say they were going to keep the Anthem Live service running, so that's good to hear, I guess, for the people that still enjoy playing Anthem. Do you know what BAFTA is, McKenna?
Yes, that's the British Academy thing, isn't it?
I don't know what the acronym is, but they're having their Game of the Year awards.
Oh, okay.
What would you think are the 6 choices for Game of the Year at the BAFTAs?
Animal Crossing,
Yep, 6
Ghost
nominations.
of Tsushima.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's up there. Okay, so the 6 games are Animal Crossing New Horizons, Call of Duty Warzone, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Valorant, and The Last of Us 2. Nomination of the BAFTA Games Game of the Year award, and the audience can vote on it. Some very important news came out earlier this week. I know this is a video game show, this is a video game news show, but this is kind of video game news related. They announced a Stardew Valley tabletop game.
Yeah, they did. Woo!
This looks really good, doesn't it? Right?
It does. It already sold out too. The first round.
It sold out.
Yeah,
oh my
the
god.
first wave of it sold out.
But yeah, apparently this was in development for a really long time, and it's a co-op tabletop game. This is so I don't normally play tabletop games. I would love to, but I would totally want to play this one. What do you think of it as somebody that is a tabletop games aficionado?
Oh,
McKenna.
I was reading through the rulebook and I am all here for it. I want to get this game. I want to play this game. I want to figure out how to port it over to Tabletop Sim and play with all my friends online.
Oh, we're playing. We're playing.
We have to play.
I can't wait to play this. One of Bethesda's most highly anticipated games is Starfield, a game that so far all we know right now is the name and space question mark, which I wrote in the script. But now we know maybe a little bit more, not much, but just a bit. Bethesda is running a charity auction for Make-A-Wish Mid-Atlantic for the chance to design a character in Starfield. The winner will work alongside Bethesda and Todd Howard, who is the main guy over at Bethesda, to design a character for Starfield, and will get an Xbox Series X and 16 Bethesda games. Now, McKenna, this is where you come in. This is an auction for the chance to design a character in Starfield, a game very highly anticipated, an Xbox Series X, very hard to find,
Right.
and 16 Bethesda games.
That's a lot of games.
It's a lot. It's a lot of games. What is the highest bid? What would you say is the highest bid right now, as of recording?
I would say, how long has this auction been going on?
It ends February 28th, so it ends to the day this releases.
Okay.
This was tweeted out February 23rd, so it had a 5-day window. And this is day 4 of the 5-day window that we're recording this.
$1 million?
$1 million.
Yup.
So last time when I asked you to give me a number, you shot too low. You gave me 2.
I gave you 2. Yes.
And now
Did I
you
overshoot?
gave me $1 million.
Did I overshoot?
By a lot. The current highest bid is currently at 15,400.
Holy moly! I mean,
Yeah, that's
50K.
still a lot of money.
That
It's
is a
still
lot of money.
Yeah, currently the highest bid is at $15,400, which is great because the money goes to charity and the winner gets a date with Todd Howard. Thank you for checking out this week's episode of Patch Notes. If you liked what you saw or you heard, please be sure to subscribe or follow, leave a like, leave a comment. And yeah, I'm your host, Cesar Torres. And thank you for checking us out. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow. Make sure to tune in next week when I give you your weekly Patch Notes.